That is an incredibly beautiful song. And that key is such a tense place to take it. It like needs some just like more abrasive, weird stuff, at least to my taste. If it's my song, that verse 2 comes in, I'm bringing in some like high frequency slide guitar. It's really one of those songs you can't not tap your foot, which I think is a really good thing. What's up? It's Alexander23, and today I'm going to be listening to some submissions from students in my studio class, some songs that they wrote, songs that they produced. I'm going to give some feedback. If you haven't taken the class yet, check it out. It's open for enrollment, and let's get to the first song. This song is called Portland, and it's by Josh King and Amma. Let's take a listen.
Trip to Portland. Got stuck between a blonde and a mother of two there. Chewing my ear off, asking about boyfriends, and all I wanna do is talk about you. Can't avoid that conversation. I regret cheaping out on a window seat, 'cause I'm usually good at talking small, but it turns out I'm no good at small talk at 40,000 feet. I don't know what we're doing. Should've brought it up before I left, but I said screw it. Wonder if that's something I'll regret. I'm pretty new to this, wishing that I knew how to talking about what the hell we are, but I'll wait till we're both face to face. See if our feelings stay or change for better or for worse. Would we both wanna make it work, or am I reading from a different script? If I show up, how would you handle it? For better or for worse, would you give in if I gave first? It's either sweet or psychotic. Why I rated every cushion, the cracks in between. Took what I had saved for a day when it rained. Booked the flight and you didn't even have to say please. I don't know what I'm doing. Can't believe I packed a bag and left. Think I really screwed it. I'm already starting to regret not wanting to clue you in. Haven't got a clue if I should talking about what the hell I'm doing now. So I'll wait till we're both face to face. See if our feelings stay or change for better or for worse. Would we both wanna?
Okay, this is really good. I really like the song. This is beautiful. I want to re-listen to the first verse, pre, and chorus.
I'm no good at small talk at 40,000 feet. I don't know what we're doing. Should've brought it up before I left, but I said screw it.
I love this pre-chorus. That is such a nice place to take it.
I'll wait till we're both face to face. See if our feelings stay or change for better or for worse. Would we?
Okay, a few things kind of hit me initially on the first time, and I still felt the same way listening back again. I love a drop chorus as much as the next guy. I feel like you kind of have to earn a drop chorus. So if it were my song, I would either like really beef up the end of the pre to really make it like an exaggerated drop, or I would actually flip the choruses and make chorus 1 like big with those big drums from chorus 2, and then have chorus 2 be the drop chorus moment. Another thing is I feel like the chorus kind of like rhythmically and melodically, like note choice wise, kind of lives in a fairly similar world to the pre. And the pre, I adore the pre, and I just wish the chorus was a little bit like more legato and a little bit lyrically more concise, because I feel like you could accomplish lyrically what you're saying in the chorus with a bit less words, and there's so many words in this song, which is great. And I'm guilty of writing songs with way too many words too, because it's fun writing cheeky lyrics. That's at least what struck me right away. Obviously I would need to listen about 10 million more times to have full comprehensive constructive notes, but as far as first impression, really beautiful song. I'm reading here also that it started out as a joke, which some of my favorite songs in the world that I've written and that other people have written have started out as jokes. So I feel like that's always such a great way or seed to start a song from, because I think there's so much truth in like the things that we try to make light of. So I love that. My song Mars started off as a joke. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever made. So that's what I feel about that song. But Josh King and Amma, that's a really beautiful song. That pre just like really like it really starts to take off, and it's like so the da 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 da, and that key is such a tense place to take it. And I would say just like I want that chorus just to be a little bit more like release and a little less tension. But thanks for sending it in. It's beautiful. All right, this song is submitted by James Ennis, who goes by With Headphones, and the song is called Faith. Let's take a listen. Okay, first of all, this is really one of those songs you can't not tap your foot, which I think is a really good thing. I love the M83 type influence, not to reduce you to your influences, if that is one of them, but I really authentically love that style of music, and I feel like there's a big place for it right now. A few initial thoughts. One, I love staying on the one in that chorus. It's such a confident move. It's so cool. It's the kind of move that feels a little weird and risky when you're in the studio, but I think it's so rewarded when you have the guts to do it. Production-wise, two things. First of all, I think the post needs a little something. It needs some kind of a lead line. Like I like just rocking on that groove and getting off the one quicker, and that's definitely a bit of a release, but I feel like there's room for something in like the high mids or the highs to like really shine through there, even if it's just a one note pedal. At least my ear is definitely craving that. Two, I think the pre-chorus, I feel like the pre-chorus could benefit from like a larger departure mix-wise, like really like even either like telephoning it or like high pass, low pass, just something so that when you get back to that, like back to, I would say like the default levels of everything, that it feels more in contrast with the pre-section. Because the pre is really cool, like the melodies are really cool. I just want it to like stand out on its own a little bit more. But this is a cool ass song. I'm gonna keep listening for a little bit more as well. Like just staying on the one there instead of going anywhere is so nice. I was literally going to say I would lose that effect for like a section. I'm so happy that you did that. And I love that little section. I love that little group love. So nice. I'm losing see something. Yeah, I like that there's a lot of scene changes towards the end of the song. I feel like at this tempo, it's easy to just keep riding it out, and sometimes that is a valid approach, but personally, I'm a fan of all the scene changes at the end. It's something that, like, I always try and put moments at the end of the song where it's like, if someone is showing their friend your song, it's one of those moments where you're in the car and, like, they're like, no, just wait. It gets crazy, just wait. And, like, you have to build those moments. So, like, I think you did a great job of doing that. You asked, you said, I can't seem to finish things when it's for my own project, any Rex. This I relate to a lot. It's much easier to finish stuff for other people. I think for a variety of reasons, but first and foremost, because you're not the guy that decides when it's done, you know, just like logistically, that makes it easier to finish when someone else tells you that it's not done. Something that I try and ask myself, am I making this different or am I making this better? And when I can confidently say I'm just making this different, then it's time to just release it, because you have to also remember, like, there's an opportunity cost to overworking on stuff past just the song that you're working on. There's other songs, so, like, go find other songs. Let this one come out. I think this is like 3% away from being done. It sounds great though, dude, and I really like it. All right, this song is by an artist named Yuri Kil, and the song is called Easy, and the song is already out. Here we go.
Trying to find a way to erase your number from my mind. They're telling me I'm too blind to see. I'm just wasting all my time. And I know you'd say you needed space. No, I can't stop thinking about you. You make it look easy. Or am I just so hard to love? You're driving me crazy. You found someone new before I was gone. I'm trying to find a way to get you off my mind, but all my friends are asking how you are. I can't pretend, so I just don't reply. Play our song as I cry on the floor. I can't take this. We would have made it, but you gave up on us. You gave up on me. You make it look easy. Or am I just so hard to love? You're driving me crazy. You found someone new before I was gone. And I'd be lying if I said that I didn't need you. I'm trying my best not to call you. Is it so easy? Is it so easy? Is it that easy to let me go? You let me go.
I'm a sucker for hits. Yuri, that was a really cool song. I really like that. Okay, I'm just gonna go in order. Something I like to do with kind of I like how the verse feels so like just up close and intimate. It's just kind of like piano vocal for the first verse, which I love, and it's a gutsy move, and it's really cool, especially in like zoomed out in the context of the entire song. I think that's awesome. I think something that I do from a production perspective that I've found really effective, because you don't, like, when you're going for that vibe, you obviously can't add too many other too much other instrumentation. I think reverb and delay automation can be your best friend. It's such a nice way to like keep it feeling like it's building without actually doing something. I'm not even saying necessarily that this song needs it, because there's something beautiful about how simple it is in the beginning. But that's awesome. I love that in the second chorus, after like 2 rounds, that you ditch the hits and just let the drums come in rocking. I think that that's the right move. Something that I would have maybe played around with myself, just like first impression, is verse 2. I think it's always a cool move when you have something like this where it's like piano vocal, just to go like double time 4 on the floor kick drum. So like just do. I feel like it moves it along really nicely. Let me show you where I mean.
I was gone. I'm trying to find a way to get you off my mind, but
I think it's nice because like once that chorus comes in and you're just rocking, I almost just want to keep rocking. And then I feel like you can bring it back down for pre-2, and then chorus 2 and on, arrangement wise, feels really good. But congrats on the song release. Can't wait to hear more. All right, this next song is called See You Around, and it's by an artist named Jack Rourke. Let's take a listen.
Where did the time go? Life felt like slow-mo, then somehow it skipped ahead. We both left some things unsaid. Now each day's so fucking long. It's summertime but your leaves are gone. The seasons, they come and go. We mourn the things that don't regrow. Oh, I'll see you around. Oh, I'll see you around. Hold on, no holding back, 'cause you never know how long you have. Sunsets in whiskey neat. The Midwest was good to me. If there's one thing I tell myself, is that we only have the cards we're dealt, and there's no knowing how they'll fall. So live your life and risk it all. Oh, I'll see you around. I'll see you around. I'll see you around. I'll see you around. Like cold chills out of the blue, or a last call before you knew. I'm focused, I'll make you proud, and I know that I'll see you around.
Okay, before I say anything, I want to first say I'm really sorry about the circumstances that led to that song, but that is a incredibly beautiful song. We mourn the things that don't regrow. That's a hell of a line. There's so many good lines in there. Okay, that's a beautiful song. I love the guitar tone. That's great. I feel like production-wise, if it were my song, I think that like the concept and the lyrics are so beautiful. I would lean a little bit more like organic in the instrumentation. I would go like a little bit more like You Give Me Something, James Morrison, because I feel like the song like deserves it and has earned that vibe. And I think the parts sound really great. I just feel like the exact sonics, at least to me, like that don't fully live up to the songwriting and the vocal performance. A couple just ideas I had. First of all, I feel like once you get to that second chorus, I wanted it to like feel like we've so arrived somewhere. Like I wanted like the drums to open up to the ride or something, like some way of signifying like we've really arrived at the second chorus. And I think that like whether it's a ride or other guitars that come in, you know, like electric guitars or something like that, I feel like it needs that. Another thing, another just like idea, the oh, like I love how many times you hit that in a row. Like it feels so good. What I would do is like the second to last time or the last time, I would like give that some lyric, like oh, so it goes, it always comes back around, like something, you know, like just something where like, because I love moments in that where you're so used to hearing something in a song a certain way, and then the artist like switches it up, and you're like, oh, I didn't even think that could be a word. Like I would give a moment like that. But this is, I mean, a stunningly beautiful song and tribute, and something that you should be very, very proud of. I'd say the only other thing like I would do is maybe give an extra round of guitar / vocal at the end. You know, like don't resolve it so quickly. Other than that, I mean, this thing is what a beautiful canvas you've laid out, and I feel like you're just a few tweaks away from it being as good as it possibly can. All right, and Jack also asked, I sometimes find myself writing a lot of moods, sad music, but then a lot of fun party music. Do you think as a small artist, it's important to stick to one lane when starting out? To be honest, it's something I have dealt with quite a bit and still continue to deal with, and so I don't know if I know the answer. I know that for me, it's always just been important, like the importance to just authentically express myself has superseded any strategic desires that I've ever had. And I think that pays dividends in the long run. It's just kind of be yourself. And if one day you feel like writing a party song and one day you feel like writing a sad song, then so be it. I feel like sonically, as long as you're tying them all together or telling a story with your visuals, then you can kind of get away with whatever you want. All right, this next song is called Just Another Sad Christmas Song, and it is by an artist named LUVLEELOU. Let's take a listen. Just another sad Christmas song. Okay. This is a song that is just, it's very well mixed, recorded, sounds great. I think that my just like more existential critique of this song is that it just kind of lives like right here the whole time. And I like, my ears are like craving some more scene changes, honestly, personally. I want like, in a variety of ways, like maybe verse 2 is just bass and drums. Maybe like there's some hits in the chorus that go along with the rhythm of the melody. I think it like waits a little bit too long to bring some harmonies in, but I think like it like needs some just like more abrasive, weird stuff, at least to my taste. Obviously salt to your own taste, but at least to me, I'm craving like when the first chorus comes in, there's just like a super distorted fuzz guitar that's just like almost like just sitting on the one the whole time while the other chords change, or something. I had one more thought. What was the other thought? Let me see. Love the sax solo. I remember what I was gonna say. Because I said I my ears are craving just some like weirder stuff, maybe some more distorted, maybe some like just a tempo, maybe just something that like just like lets me know that we're not just like plodding along. A trick that I use a lot, because like I've like produced songs like this where it's easy to say like, oh, just put some weird stuff in it, but like when you're actually sitting at the computer like trying individual weird stuff, it's like you just try something, you're like, well, this just sucks, like this just doesn't sound good with the rest of the song. And I think like it's important every once in a while when you're working on a song to kind of recalibrate your ears to what is strange and what works and what doesn't work. And something that I do that has helped tremendously, and I learned this from working with Dan Nigro because he does this a lot, is like go way too far. Like go so far that like something you know is tremendously bad and abrasive and terrible, and it more than likely will not work. But what it will do is like when you dial that thing back 50%, you could have like, you're going to be a bit more objective in your listening and be like, oh, that is cool. I really like that. That works. Whereas if you just dialed up to 50 instead of down to 50, you're more than likely going to be like, this is too weird. This doesn't work. So I would kind of try that process, rinse and repeat, do that a few times and see if you can find a couple elements that just feel a bit more like, I hate the word unique, but unique. All right. This next song is by Kirk Smith and it's called Turn On the Light. And he said that he wrote it about his 4-year-old son, which is already awesome. So here we go. Let's take a listen.
And when shadows walk in the room with your eyes closed and nothing to prove, and when you feel like there's nowhere to hide, well, just call me to turn on the light, and I'll turn on the light, turn on the light. 'Cause we're all scared, just like a child, and we're lost here, stuck in the wild. Oh, but no, dear, there's something inside, so have no fear to turn on the light, turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. 'Cause you don't have to be afraid of the dark. Are beautifully made, just remember who you are. stars, so turn on the light. 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 Turn on the light.
Kirk, really beautiful song. And I think the message and the emotion certainly does translate. I think this is such a good example of like using a phrase to convey something that like most people aren't used to hearing, like turn on the light. But it's so obvious and beautiful, like what you mean by that and what it's about. So I think that it certainly does translate. That was really great. I love the Elliott Smith style left and right hard pan vocals. I love the way it like subtly builds. Like you're never like aware of it building, but then all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's drums now. Like where did these drums come from? I feel like that's such a beautiful move, but it takes some confidence to accomplish. I think like Phineas is the first person I think of when I think of like you're listening to a song and all of a sudden there's like so many things going on. You're like, I don't remember how we got here, but I'm very happy we're here. It's a really beautiful song. I feel like in that bridge, I was craving you to like, and this move, when it works, it really works. And when it doesn't work, it's a disaster. So this might be a terrible suggestion, but I think worth trying is like skipping a bar at the end of that phrase. I'm going to play it.
'Cause you are beautifully made. Just remember who you are.
Like just coming in right there, like not letting it just hang on that note for so long. I guess to play devil's advocate, it's beautiful just to hang out on that note. But I think it's worth a try because it could really, I don't know, like I always love when people do moves like that because it really just catches your ear by surprise and it just pulls you right back in, pulls you right back in, pulls you right back in.
Turn on the light. 'Cause we're all scared, just like a child. And we're lost here, stuck in the wild.
Yeah, really tasteful harmonies that come in and out. I feel like you're like 3 ear candy elements away from this production feeling like super finished to me. Like if it's my song, that verse 2 comes in, I'm bringing in some like high frequency slide guitar, just like leaning into the sonic identity of the song and really just doubling down on the path you've chosen for it. And I think it can, like, you've kind of earned it. And the vocals are like fairly subdued. They're not like really just like hogging that register. I feel like putting something there that's not shrill, but a little shrill. I wouldn't mind. And you could obviously add some verb to flatten it out a little bit, but something like that. I don't know. It's a beautiful song. Your son is lucky that you're his dad. I can already tell that. And I'm sure he'll turn on the light. So thanks for sending that in, Kirk.